decoding and reading the Civil Procedure Code. So Civil Procedure Code has been amended many times, to be precise, 3 times. The last time it was amended, that was in 2002. It has 158 sections and 51 orders, to be very specific. What are the difference between order and section? That would be that sections lay down the general principles, whereas the order lays down the explanation of the principles. This is the basic difference. You may read many where that sections are substantive law, orders are procedural law, blah blah blah, and all of that. But I believe the main difference would be sections are general principles, whereas the orders would be the explanation of the principles. Because if the legislature tried to incorporate the orders there, with the sections, it would be so voluminous, probably it would be difficult to read. And also another advantage of having orders along with sections is that orders you can delegate to be amended by the high courts, while keeping the sections intact. Sections will be only amended by the parliament. Orders can be amended according to the suitability of the different regions. So that is another advantage of having sections along with orders. So this is the basic difference, that sections deal with general principles, while the order deals with explanation of the principles. Of course, the code itself makes it clear that if there is a conflict between the sections and the orders, there the section would supersede the order. This is the So now coming to how to go about the entire CPC. For that, I have divided into divided the same into 5 important categories. First would be preliminaries. Second would be the step-by-step procedure of CPC. Third would be suits, depending upon who is instituting it or against whom it is being instituted. Then suits, depending upon the subject matter or the kind of suit that it is. That would be the fourth category. And fifth category would be miscellaneous. First would be preliminaries, without which we could not have probably gone into the CPC per se. That would be preliminary. Then the step by step guide, step by step procedure, from filing of a plaint till decree. Then the third would be according to the person who is instituting, or according to the person against whom the case is instituted. According to that, we will study. And then according to the subject matter, there would be classification. And and then there would be miscellaneous provisions. Preliminaries you have to understand first. Then we'll discuss all the normal course of matters that are taken in a suit, and the rest can be read in any order. There is no particular order. But first you have to know that preliminary you have to read in this order, and then the step by step guide to this suit, that will be read in that order as well. The rest, that is the suit that have been instituted by a certain class of persons against certain class of persons, or according to the subject matter, and miscellaneous, we can read in any order. First is preliminary. So preliminary, basically it's talking about preliminary and definitions. That is section 1 and 2. Then subordination of court, which court uh, will be the first court to which you will approach, what will be the appellate forum of that, and what will be the appellate forum of that appellate forum, that has been given in subordination of court. Then saving and repeal. Saving and repeal, for that you have to read section 4 along with section 157 and 158. Now comes section 4, I mean the fourth part, that is pecuniary jurisdiction, that is section 6. For us, pecuniary jurisdiction is civil judge junior division. Now they call it civil judge only for Odisha. So it is 50,000. It can be varying for other states, and more than 50,000. For that, you have to approach civil judge senior division. The fifth part is courts have to try all suits except when barred, section 9. That is suits of civil nature, that has been discussed there. So these are the preliminaries that you have to start first. Then we will go to the persons involved. I probably missed out this particular part as well. That is persons involved. So while discussing the persons involved, we'll discuss order 1 and order 3. So first we'll read preliminaries. So while preparing for examination, if you read like I'm telling you to, I think it will be very easy because you you forget the chapters that have been given in the CPC. Please know that there is one chapter that is called preliminary. You study these things and your preliminary chapter is done. Second is persons involved. So you read order 1 and order 3. Order 1 talks about the parties to be sued, that who will be a necessary party, who will be a proper party, both plaintiff and defendant, who without whom the suit cannot be adjudicated, or without whom it can be adjudicated, but it cannot be the rights will not be conclusively determined, or finality to the litigation will not be given. That is order 1. Order 3 is the backbone of the all the uh, criminal, I mean civil justice administration system. That is the pleaders and agents. Then comes our main topic, that is stages in a civil suit. That is how we will reach from plaint to decree and execution thereof. We will study. So first we will know that a person goes, files a plaint. That is how to file a plaint, that has been given in order 6 and 7. So you read order 6 and 7. Then when you filed a plaint, the court now will see, the court or the Sirastadar will see whether this is the proper court where it has been filed, or if there is any objection to the jurisdiction there, it will be raised at the earliest possible opportunity. So 15 to 21A you will, section 15 to 21A you will. Then before which court you decided that before this court this suit needs to be filed. Now, if plaint has been accepted, then suit has been instituted. For that, you will read section 26 to 29 along with order 4. Now, you will, while instituting the suit, you will of course consider the plaint. You will make sure if there is any bar to the consideration of plaint, and while considering the plaint, you made sure that if there is any bar, then you will uh, study section 10, 11 and 12 for that. If plaint is admitted, then the suit will be started and summons will be issued to the defendant. For that, you will read section 27 along with order 5. So order 6, 7 re plaint asila, place of suing padle, tapre institution re hame 26 to 29 order 4 padle, then plaint ko consider kariki if there is any bar section 10, 11, 12 padle, tapre plaint admitted, suit start he gala. तापर कौन हबो जे आर पार्टी कहा अगेंस्ट रे सूट हेची ए समन्स विल बी इश्यूड टू दैट केस. तो समन्स टू डिफेंडेंट हे गेला सेक्शन 27 एंड ऑर्डर 5. देन written statement, defendant asibo taku kuha je 30 days bhitere he'll have to file a written statement that can be increased up to 90 days, that can again be increased because apex court's guideline says that it is just a directory provision, not a mandatory. So 30, 90 or as time as may be extended by the court, order 8 se file kar. Then we will read order 9, that is appearance and non-appearance party. Someone issue hella se asilan. Written statement file kariya dora katha se asilan. Then what will be the consequence? Ame padhithile. We had studied order 9 that appearance kariya darkar. If non-appearance, then what can be the action, that we will read in order 9. So for that, the expiry decree hoji tadre bi kona action seta bi deji. All of that will study. There will decide the frame of suit. Suit will be framed in a manner so that multiplicity of litigations are to be avoided. Therefore, that we will read order 2. Order 2 re frame of suit. Then it would an optional stage asibo interlocutory proceeding, which is an optional stage that the parties are concerned with the fact that their suit property will be deteriorated, or the purpose of filing the suit will be futile if no urgent action is taken. Then parties can approach the court filing an interlocutory application, and that will be interlocutory proceeding. Order 38 re arrest and attachment before judgment. Order 39 re temporary injunction, and order 40 re appointment of receiver. So these are interlocutory receiver. There is a typo. Anyway, so interlocutory proceeding. This will be the 8th stage, but it is an optional stage. So till now, plaint, after place of suing, then institution of suit, summons to the defendant, written statement, then appearance and non-appearance, frame of suit, interlocutory proceedings. These are 8 stages. Now coming to the 9th stage, that will be production of documents by parties. So here, if the parties have any documents, they will produce it, and order 13 deals with that. Then we will read examination of parties. Court will now examine the parties at the first instance, whether they admit any part of the claim or they want to relinquish any part of the claim. That will be examination of parties on that claim. After that, previously it was optional to send it to ADR under section 89, but right now, according to the Honorable Apex Court, it is mandatory to send it to ADR. Previously, only if there is any points for mediation or any points that court sees that it can be solved through ADR, then that was being sent for ADR. But right now, after the legal services authority has emerged into this huge office, and it acts almost about anything. So ADR has been mandated, and for that the court has to send every matter to ADR under section 89. Then there will be discovery and inspection. Court can put any interrogatories. Court can inspect. That we will read order 11. Then if there is any admission by any parties according to the examination or discovery and inspection that was imposed by the court, if there is any admission by the party, so that will be studied. That is admission under order 12. After that, if there is no admission, or if there was any admission, removing all those parts, whatever the disputes, whatever the points of dispute or points of controversies are there, those are called issues. Those will be framed by the court. So framing of issues. Framing of issues has been dealt under order 40. Then comes first hearing. Then court will fix the dates for hearing and hear the parties. Order 15 deals with that. Then order 16 talks about the evidence that will be given by the parties. For that, summons will be given to the witnesses that has been dealt under order 16 and section 30 to 32. Of course, the court can give adjournments if necessary, and that has been given in order 70. Then comes hearing of suit and examination of witnesses. So now the hearing of suit has begun. Now the court will hear the parties and examine the witnesses, and that is given under order 18. For that, if commissions are to be framed or commissions are to be formed, because the court cannot probably go to a certain place, and it is a must in order to actually ascertain the hold of the truth, then the court can issue a commission, and that has been discussed under section 75 to 78 along with order 26. Of course, the parties, if they can they can give any a document or evidence through affidavit, that is order 90. Then if there is any argument that have to be advanced by the parties, those can be supplied. Here comes another optional stage. If plaintiff is of the opinion that they want to withdraw a part of the claim or withdraw the entirety of the suit, then order 23 comes into picture, and the plaintiff can do so under order 23. If argument has been done, if no withdrawal, then it will be posted for judgment, and judgment will be delivered. Judgment is what? Which is grounds for determination of the rights. So if the judge is of the opinion that yes, there are grounds for determining this right in favor of this party, then that will be judgment that has been discussed under section 33 along with order 20. Of course, while delivering a judgment, any interest can be imposed, cost can be imposed, payment can be imposed, security for the same can be imposed. All of that can be done. That is section 34 interest, section 35 to 35B along with order 20A is cost, payment is order 24, security for the same is order 20. If now judgment is pronounced, what will be done? Decree will be drawn. Decree is what? Decree is in fact based on the judgment, which will in fact determine the rights of the parties, either conclusively determine the rights of the parties. It can be either it will be either final or preliminary. We had all discussed all of that in section 2, clause 2. What is a decree? So decree now will be drawn. After decree is drawn, what will be the fate? Now the party who is aggrieved by such decree can seek a remedy before a higher forum or can challenge the decree. For that has been given appeal, reference, review, and revision. Appeal 96 to 112 section and order 41 to 45. Reference is section 113 and order 46. Review is section 114 and order 47. Revision is section 115. Of course, if there is the appellate court or the reviewing court, if or the court to which reference or revision has been preferred, they are of the opinion that there will be a stay. The stay can be imposed. If not, then the decree that was drawn earlier will be executed. That is in fact the final step and of a civil suit, that is ending with execution. So plaint रे start habo, various modes देखी execution रे sorry. Again to quickly recap, plaint file हला, सिरस्तार उसी की determine कला को कोर्ट रे हबो, वो suit टा इंस्टीट्यूट हला, बार फार सब जो था देखी देले, तापरे डिफेंडेंट को समन करा हला, डिफेंडेंट से की written statement फाइल कला, यदि न आसिले तार consequence कहला, तापरे suit रा frame टा केमथि सेटा decide हला, interlocutory proceeding if any that was filed, that was decided. तापरे प्रोडक्शन ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स वाज डन, एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ पार्टीज वाज डन, एडीआर को पठाला, एडीआर जदी किसी रिजल्ट ना आसला देन तापरे डिस्कवरी एंड इंस्पेक्शन कोर्ट पचारला किछि है क्वेश्चन पचार परिबो किछि पार्ट एडमिट करछो कि कोन सब पचार परिबो देन एडमिशन जदी एडमिशन हे गेला ऑर्डर 12 रे डिसाइड हला तापरे फ्रेम कराला इश्यूज जोडा कि कंट्रोवर्सी पॉइंट गुडा देन फर्स्ट हियरिंग हला देन एविडेंस देले तापे समन कराला विटनेस को एडजर्नमेंट जदी के मागले एडजर्नमेंट दिया हला तापरे सूट हियरिंग है कि विटनेस गुडा को एग्जामिन कराला तापे कमिशन भी फॉर्म करा होतला एफिडेविट थ्रू रे भी समान एविडेंस दे परले देन आर्गुमेंट हला जदी विथड्रॉल दरकार हला विथड्रॉल करले देन जजमेंट हला फॉर दैट तापे ता भीतर इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट पेमेंट से सब हे परला तापरे जजमेंट बेस करी डिक्री हला तापरे ताको चैलेंज करी जदी अपील रेफरेंस रिव्यू रिवीजन हला कि तापरे ता डीलिंग विथ दैट जदी स्टे हला न हेले एग्जीक्यूशन हे कि फाइनल टू दी सूट आसीला सो हमें कौन पढ़ले तीन टा जिनसे पढ़ले फर्स्ट होची प्रिलिमिनरीज पढ़ले पर्सन्स इन्वॉल्व पढ़ले स्टेजेस इन ए सिविल सूट पढ़ले so these were our three chapters. Next chapter would be suits by or against different classes of persons. According to that किछि order किछि sections अछि सेडो को हमें एबे पढ़िबा what are those government and other officials जदि ताको अगेंस्ट रे अछि तले ओडे नोटिस दवा बाध्य हो बोली कहि छी ता पई कोन एक्सेप्शन अछि से सब डील कराई छी सेक्शन 79 to 87b और अदर ऑफिशियल्स र कथा भी ता भीतर कहि छी रूलर्स प्रोविंशियल रूलर्स तांको भी केमती कराबो तांको अगेंस्ट केमती कराबो तरा सब कहि छी ऑर्डर 27 ताकू सब्सटेंशिएट कला तापर आसला जदी गोटे पर्सन ड्यूरिंग द सूट मरि गला कि मैरिज करि गला कि इंसॉल्वेंट हे गला then what will be the consequence order 22 रे सेटा सब army air force किमा naval officer or one of those persons have filed a suit what will be the fate order 28 then if a suit has to be instituted by a corporation order 29 if a suit is to be instituted by a partnership firm or proprietorship firm or any other such entity not in the name of the no, individual then how the suit will be framed or how a suit will be filed that is order 30 how a suit will be done against trustee executor and administrator order 31 how a suit is to be filed against minor and unsound person that has given in order 32 guardian appoint hobo ki guardian next friend hobo all of that has been given in order 32 indigent person now coming to the next class that is indigent person if a person has no money or court deems that it is poor, and in that case, how a suit is to be instituted? Say so rule deji who will be an indigent person and kemti kono deal habo, that is order 30. So these are specific kinds of suits according to the different classes of persons. And let me tell you this: there is no order to read it. That means kaha pare kodai padhantu, it doesn't matter. You just have to read these 8 kinds of suits filed by 8 different classes of persons. So again, at the cost of repetition, I tell you preliminary ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପୁରା ସେମିତି ପଢିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ଯୋଉ order ରେ କହିଲି persons involved ସେଇ order ରେ, stages in a civil suit ସେଇ order ରେ, but for this class you need not read it in any order. ଯୋଉ order ବି ଆପଣ ଯୋଉଟା ଆଗ ପଢନ୍ତୁ 8ଟା ଜିନିଷ ହିଁ ମନେ ରଖିବାକୁ ପଡୁଛି, ଏଇ ସବୁ 8ଟା ଜିନିଷ ହିଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜାଣିବାର ଅଛି. Next is suits relating to different subject. suit ର type ଟା କେମିତି ଆକୁ decide କରିକି there are different kinds of suits, and accordingly the CPC has dealt with all of that. The public nuisance against upon section 91 92 hochi. Suits involving substantial question of law or matters relating to constitution or anything jodi hochi tar order 27A. Family matters jodi family dispute ro ta upare gote kichi hochi tale order 32A. jodi gote immovable property mortgage diya heichi then taku ta against re ta dhere suit karla lu kemti apon karibe order 34 seta कहला. Interpleader suit सेटा केमथि हबो सेटा सेक्शन 88 हम हु इज एन इंटरप्लेडर सूट कोन सेटा भी हम पढिबा गोटे सब सेक्शन 88 एंड ऑर्डर 35 रे. समरी सूट गोटे खाली जस्ट माने तार गोटे इन समरी ट्रायल में पड़तले समरी सूट ता बहुत क्विक redressal mechanism of a suit that will study order 37. Friendly suit out jinso head of the section 90 and order 36. These are the 7 again kind of things that you must know in no particular order. So you can read in any order, but you just have to remember 7, and previously there were 8. Now coming to miscellaneous provisions that you must know. First is foreign judgment, section 13 to 14. Transfer power that has been given to various courts. जे आपण जो गोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट भीतर थिले कहा पाखरे पावर, अपेलेट कोर्ट जदी डिफरेंट हे जो ताले कहा पाखरे पावर, जदी अपेलेट कोर्ट डिफरेंट स्टेट रे पडछि ताले कहा पाखरे पावर, ऑल ऑफ दैट तो सब अछि. सुप्रीम कोर्ट रो कोन पावर सेला सब अछि. इफेक्ट ऑफ रूल, जे रूल रो इफेक्ट कोन judgment and rule ro effect kono sections upare that has been given in section 121 to 131. Then exemptions to certain persons that has been given in 132 to 135A. like personal appearance ketela darkar nei, pardonation women ro au kar kon jaha bi अछि se सब 132 to 135A. अरे language and format हेडा 133 ru 143 केमति कोन format केमति कोन अछि बहुत गुडे postage ए सब जिंस various जिंस अछि. Then coming to restitution हेडा होछि section 144. तापर हला enlargement of time 148. Caveat 148A. Transfer of business that is 150. Inherent power 151. Amendment 152 to 153A. Miscellaneous that is order 48. Inherent power jodi jochi je inherent power re ote बहुत जिंस कोची जे civil court has unlimited power to do justice. It can actually in fact go outside of this court that has been given an inherent power. Amendment रे जदी किछ केमती amendment करे आछे सेडा कोची. तापरे special provisions in respect to high court सेटा भी गुटे 116 to 120 and supplemental proceedings that is 99 to 90. So this basically in a nutshell, in 30 minutes we wrapped up the entire CPC and how to actually read it. This is the mode of reading CPC. Today we did not discuss what all to read or what is the law. How to in fact read CPC, well, we read that. For a quick recap, CPC we studied 158 sections and 51 orders. What are this difference between section and order? Preliminary, these are the preliminary. Persons involved, these are the parties and pleaders. Stages, plaint, institution, summons to defendant, written statement, appearance, non-appearance, frame of suit, interlocutory proceeding, production of documents by parties, examination of parties, ADR, discovery of inspection, admission, framing of issues, first hearing, evidence by parties, examination of witness, affidavit, argument, withdrawal, judgment, decree, appeal, reference, review, revision, execution, then government, death, marriage, insolvency, army, air force, naval, corporation, proprietary farm, trustee, executor, administrator, minor and unsound person, indigent person, Then subject matter, public nuisance, substantial question of law, family matters, friendly suit, mortgage of movable property, interpreter suit, summary suit. Miscellaneous were foreign judgments, transfer power, effect of rules, exemptions to certain persons, language and formats, restitution, enlargement of time, caveat, transfer of business. I missed out section 150, that is inherent powers, amendment, miscellaneous, special provisions in respect to High Court, supplemental proceedings. This somehow ends our discussion on how to read CPC and how to simplify CPC so that it will be easier for you to read and recollect and reproduce in examination. I hope the session was productive to you. And if there is any doubt, because we did not teach anything, so I am hoping that there would be no doubt. Don't ask me what I went through, because I just gave you the names and the things that we will discuss in the future. I just told you a brief idea of how to read CPC. So do not go into the concept, but if you have any doubt with respect to how to in fact go about the CPC, then you may ask.
Sir, can you share the slide in the group?
I
We
will.
tend to forget the orders of this reading, so can you please send it to the group?
I will share. I was That is the reason I gave a quick recap. I thought probably you guys will take a screenshot. But if even if you did not, I'll uh, provide the slide in the group. Okay. Any other question?
Today, sir, Pranam. Today there is no question, but I would like to thank you very much because, sir, how to read CPC is very much important than what is to read about CPC. That you teach us very clearly and vividly. Thank you, sir, very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Just
Oblai,
remember
sir.
that
Oblai, sir.
if you read in this order, I believe there will be no problem. Never ever have any doubt that this is the order to read CPC. My
Yes, sir.
book has been obviously saying otherwise, that you have to read the sections first and then the orders. I don't feel that that is the order. Even if
Yes,
you
sir.
try to substantiate the sections with the order, if you read it one by one, it will be difficult. So
How
just
to
make
read it, sir, is very critical to know after what will we read.
so this six important things, six
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
chapters. You make sure that you cover them, and will take up order 13 according to our discussion. I think we'll take up order 13 if I'm not wrong, because we had discussed order 9.
Yes, sir. This session will be very fruitful, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. If so, we have few minutes left, so let's just take some introductions if people are not shy about it. Dinesh, please introduce yourself. Dinesh is there. Dinesh Gardia.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please introduce yourself.
Good evening, sir. I'm Sir Dinesh Godia from Jharsuguda, currently pursuing BLLB at Vikas Law School
Vikas Law
in
School.
third year. Yes, sir.
Oh, great. So Soumyakesh Swain, have you been introduced? Soumyakesh?
No, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good.
Sir, myself, Soumyakesh, and I'm a 2021 graduate. Sir, I'm from Bharati Vidyapit, Pune.
That's great.
Sir, thank you.
Okay. Who else is there? Who else is there? Manoj Behra. Manoj Behra, if you're there, please introduce yourself. Okay, Rosalind Muduli. She left. Anyone wants to introduce themselves out of their own volition. I want to see who wants to come forward and introduce themselves. Take this chance. The stage is yours.
Hello,
Yes,
very good evening, sir. This is Sarvani Das,
yes.
Puri. I am working as a paneler in DLSA Puri.
Thank you, ma'am. Who else? Who else is there?
Excuse me.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Ayushi and Ashima, one by one. Introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Ashima Mishra and I'm currently pursuing my fourth year in University Law College,
Oh,
Bhubaneswar.
my alma
Yes.
mater. My alma
Yes,
mater.
I know that. Yes.
Okay, great. Ayushi.
Good evening, sir. Myself Aisha Mahapatra. I'm a penultimate student from pursuing law from SOA National Institute of Law. And so I'm really glad that I came across your channel.
I'm glad as well. Please give my regards to Ajat sir because he is the inspiration behind all that I am today. So give my regards to him.
Tomorrow itself, we are going to finish our limitations.
Okay, okay. He was my CPC teacher. So what I know about CPC is probably due on him. So please give my regards if you meet him because he
Definitely,
doesn't
sir,
use it.
definitely.
He doesn't use a mobile phone. So that's why I don't even have access to his phone number.
Sir,
So you please
if you want, I can provide you.
you is has he started using mobile phone because he was not
Yeah,
using
he
it.
has. This is a new revolution he has done since last few years.
Please provide me the phone number. I would definitely want to talk to him.
Yes,
So
sir, I'll definitely forward you his number.
thank you. Ashima, please introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. I have already introduced myself, sir.
Oh, you did Ankita,
University Law
Ankita.
College.
Sorry,
Yes,
yes,
yes, yes.
Ashima, Ankita. I forgot because there were three names. Ankita was also raising hand or unmuting herself. So Ankita, please introduce.
Sir, I am Anupama Mohanty. Ankita is my daughter's name. Uh,
Okay, ma'am.
sir, I am Anupama Mohanty. Sir, now I
Okay,
am practicing as an advocate in Bhubaneswar Bar Association, sir.
okay, great, ma'am. Are you appearing for judiciary or higher judiciary? What is your aim?
Sir, I'm preparing for ADJ, sir.
Yes, I got that. I got that, ma'am. Huge respect to you that you are attending our classes. It's my honor.
And thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. And anyone else wants to take the stage? Come on, be a sport. Just take the stage. Your friends will know. Will in fact build a good rapport. So introduce yourself. Abhipsha, I know. Avinash Guru. Avinash Guru.
Ji sir, good evening, sir. My name is Abhinesh Guru. I have graduated. I am completed a LLB at Madhusudan Law University this year, sir.
Oh, great. Aishwarya Sadangi.
Good evening, sir. I am Aishwarya, currently pursuing LL.M at PG Department of Law, Bani Bihar.
That's great. Manisha Panda.
Good evening, sir. I'm Manisha from Madhusudan Law College, and I did my 5 year integrated law from there. And now I'm pursuing LLM from SOA University.
Great. Manoj Behra. Manoj Behra. Nirmala Yadav or Nirmala Yadav. Nirmala or Nirmala.
Good evening, sir. My name is Nirmala Yadav. I am from Jharsuguda and practicing in Jharsuguda, sir.
Okay, great. How did you get this channel? How did you get the link to this channel, if I may ask?
Sir, through the Gadhar Panda, sir, I get this channel and
Oh,
very
okay.
thankful to Sir Gadhar Panda, sir. Sir, basically, I am preparing for judiciary in other states, sir, like Bihar and UP, sir. And also, I cleared 2 times preliminary, and unfortunately, I did not qualified in mains, sir, in Bihar judicial service.
Okay, no issues, ma'am. All the best. I hope you do it well this time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Sujata Pillai. This will be the last introduction. Sujata Pillai.
Namaskar, sir. I am Sudhata Palai from Khordha Tanki. I have completed BLLB Capital Law College.
That's great. That's great. I am pleased to know that my family extends from Jharsuguda to the southernmost area as well. So pleasure meeting you all. I hope this session was productive to you. Have a great night. We'll meet again on Monday.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, ଗୋଟେ question. Sir, जो Sunday exam हबो केमती का कौन कराଯିବ तार?
Yes. About the exam on Sunday, there will be a
Okay.
Google form. There will be a Google form in which the questions will be given. Time ରହିବ 1 hour. Time ରହିବ 1 hour. ଆଉ 50 ଟା questions ରହିବ. 25 from CPC, 25 from TP. Because I'm a CPC TP ପଢୁଥିଲେ ତ these two only will be there. 50 questions, 60 minutes. The moment you start the exam, the time would start, and automatically within 1 hour, the whatever answers you have given will be submitted. So you can't take more than that. So, and be fair. Don't even Google or anything, because I want you to be very thorough. ପଢନ୍ତୁ 2-3 ଦିନ ଅଛି ଯାହା ଆମେ ପଢିଛେ ଏବେ ପଢନ୍ତୁ and we'll take the exam. What a list ବନେଇବା so that people will know you. I want you to be motivated. Exam ର feel ଟା that is not to test anyone's knowledge or କାହାକୁ ଏଠି embarrass କରିକି ଆମକୁ କିଛି point ମିଳୁ just କି ଆମକୁ motivation ମିଳିବା ଯଦି ଖରାପ ବି ହେଇଗଲା କାହାର କିଛି it doesn't matter, because next day you will have that motivation ki ଏଥର ଖରାପ ହେଲା ତ next time I'll be topping. So this is a practice exam. Make sure you attend it. ସବୁ ଯାକ question କରିବେ ଯାହା ହବ ଦେଖିବା ଆମେ ଖାଲି result ବାହାର କରିବା ଦେଖିବା କି କେତେ କଣ okay.
Okay.
All questions will be mostly problems oriented. Some will be direct question also, but ସବୁ ଯାକ multiple choice ରହିବ.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Chalo. Thank you. Bye. Good night.